welcome to episode 116 of
the Eldritch Podblast.
I am Margaret.
I am Jack.
And hello. The look of fear in your eyes.
116.
116.
But it's because you haven't been
Go on.
good.
What?
As keeping track of the numbers recently.
No, I have not.
So I was expecting a fumble.
Well, little did you know.
A trip and a fall.
I just said it funny. Wow. Okay,
Dog's like
we've been
crying
recording
already.
for 48 seconds.
Max.
And the dog is crying. So, how are you? How's your dog?
How are you?
How's
your dog? How's your pet? How's your cat? How's your hamster? How's your guinea pig? How's your spiders? How's your slugs?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you? Most
How's it
importantly,
going?
how are you? What are you up to?
Yeah.
What do you eat? You're eating your pet.
No, stop it.
No, oh my god.
Pets aren't for eating.
No, fish are friend, not food, and all
Fish are
that.
friend, not food.
I haven't watched that movie in ages.
Finding Nemo?
Yeah, I don't think we've watched it once since we've been together.
No, I think we've watched it once. It was really early.
I think it might be with my dad as well. You know,
It might have been
those
with your dad, yeah.
times when he would come over and we would just watch like
A movie.
just a movie, but like it would just be something that was on just like Film 4.
Movie night.
Movie night, man. Is Film 4 still a thing?
I don't know. I don't have, like, as you Americans would say it, cable TV.
The cable television.
I don't have that because all I watch is YouTube,
Yeah.
Twitch,
Yeah.
or... That's it, really?
Yeah, that's all.
it.
That's
Don't
literally
even
all I
have Netflix
consume.
at the minute.
Yeah,
Cancelled it,
yeah.
watching and
Yeah,
there was one thing that I did want to watch that you weren't interested in.
What
which
was that?
Blue Eye Samurai.
Yeah. You know what? Again, getting me to watch anything is really hard. Getting me to commit time to watching something, like I'm always like, I don't want to do it, and then I do it, and I'm like, oh, that was the best thing ever. It's like I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know.
It's the mystery lost of the ages, to be honest.
Yeah, I just don't like committing time to watching things, but
Shame.
I love watching things. So you know,
You do
it's a double-edged sword.
It is,
to be honest. But yeah, like Netflix, that's it. Like, and we don't even have Netflix
and
right
even
now.
then, we don't really watch it
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Do you have cable television?
Yeah.
If you're in the United Kingdom and you have the cable television, I mean, even Freeview. Freeview's free, right? Film 4 is in Freeview.
It's free, but you got to pay for a TV license.
You only have to pay for a TV license for the BBC.
Is it just the BBC?
It's just the BBC.
The TV license police have been trying to get me to pay.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm like,
oh my god.
Look, friend.
We haven't had television
For years.
since the first year we lived here, and
Yeah.
what? It's been 7 years.
And they message me weekly, monthly, like, we're going to send somebody around to your house to
it's like,
investigate.
send
And I'm like,
them. Oh my god.
please,
There's no
hurry.
television in
Please
this house.
hurry up and come in and see that you are literally wasting your time,
Yes.
your money, and your
Yeah,
energy
yes.
on literally nothing.
Literally no television.
It's a
in this
crime,
house.
and I'm like, fine.
Right.
Thank
okay.
you.
Cool. Good thing I'm not committing
Amazing.
it. Yeah, it's Film 4 still a thing. I'd like to know.
Dunno.
You know, like, because there was when we first got together, we did watch things on like All 4, which is
Yeah.
like we used to watch like Bake Off and
Yeah.
stuff like that because we had a TV package like back in the day.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Wild, isn't it?
Wild.
Yeah, weird
Craziness.
how things change.
Crazy life.
You know what? I was watching a TikTok, obviously, and it was one of those slides where it was like, what's one addiction that is just so normalized but you think is really weird? And like for older generations, like an addiction to TV, which I agree. I think, you know, if you think like even to like your parents' generation, they still watch TV. You know, your parents obviously aren't addicted to TV.
They like to watch it, but I don't. Yeah, I think addiction would be a very strong word. They just sit down at night time and watch something together.
Yeah. But you know, I feel like that is true. The older generation, like,
Yeah.
and you know, I guess when we were kids, we were like addicted to TV. I mean, I was at least.
I mean, it's now just like addicted to TikTok
Yeah.
instead now, isn't it?
Which, yes, my God, I accidentally opened the wellness page on my phone the other day.
Uh-oh.
And it showed me how long I'd been on TikTok, like per day, like 2 hours a day.
Yeah,
like,
between
that's a
2
lot.
and 3 hours a day on TikTok.
Where do I fit that time in? Like that's a lot.
Probably not on a night time when you're
Yeah, true. And you know what? You could take that two ways. You could be like, you're wasting your life. What are you doing? You could be doing something productive for those 2 hours. Or You can spin it how I like to spin it, and being like, well, it's just a little treat for me.
Yeah,
it's
on the night
You
time.
know, it's at the end of the day. It's a little treat.
What else is he gonna do in bed?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, true.
Like, because the thing is, we like wind down time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, we do everything that we need to do in the day. Like today, we've had a busy day. Like I edited the video and the TikTok, and then set up the set. You like planned the episode and then got ready.
Oh, I sorted out my makeup desk. Did I tell you?
I thought I was gonna say it looked particularly clean.
Yeah, I just threw everything away.
Nice.
But once again, we're in the process of moving the house around, renovating, as I like to call it.
Yes.
We're renovating the home.
Yes, so there'll be some changes to the set in the coming weeks.
Yes.
But you know, like nighttime is the time where we get to chill out. That's like we play games in the evening and then we like just alien brain on the nighttime.
Yeah, indeed. But yes, good segue, Jack. We're moving set. The set. This is a formal warning. The set is about to change. I know it's changed.
Not like next episode.
No.
We don't think.
Honestly, we don't actually know when the set is going to change. It could be next episode, but we don't know. This is just your heads up. The set is changing. It's not going to look anything like this anymore. Should we tell them the incredible news?
Yes. So the incredible news is last episode, obviously it hasn't gone live now. For us, it's going live tomorrow.
Yes.
You'll have seen it a few days ago.
Yes.
We were like, we've set up a Ko-fi for if you would like to donate to the neon sign that we're getting of the Podblast logo to put on the wall.
It's very sheepishly as well, man. Very sheepishly. We were like, we've put it up, you know.
And we were like, you know, don't donate if you don't want to.
We were like,
if you're not in a good financial position, please don't feel like you have to.
We were like, you know, like maybe like in a couple of months, like maybe at the end of next month we can review it, and anything that's been donated will obviously put towards the sign.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was very, very much an air of that. And, you know, because we stream now. Yes. Join us on Twitch.
Friday, Sunday, 7 p.m. GMT.
Yeah.
It's a hootin' good time.
It is a hootin' good time.
It's a hootin' good time.
Tootin' good time.
It's a rootin' tootin' good time.
Ko-fi has like an integration for Twitch with so you can have like the overlay and stuff like that, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Yeah, we you know opened it up to you on Monday's video, but we also opened it up to Twitch stream Friday last week, and we obviously had it up on the screen saying like, this is the goal. Please donate if you would like to.
Jack went to the toilet.
I went to the toilet after we'd announced it, and 10 minutes after we announced it, we met the goal.
Which is absolutely like it wasn't a small amount. What you saw how much it was? It was £200. It was 200 British pounds.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money. An astronomical amount of money.
Right now.
Especially right
now when times are hard and, you know, people don't have a lot of spare cash.
Yeah.
And, you know, money is tight for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do not take it lightly.
No, God, no.
No. Like, Margaret cried on stream.
Yeah, I cried a few times.
I nearly cried on stream.
Yeah, I cried a few times.
And, you know, it was a very emotional moment and everyone was like, you're worth it and stuff like that. And we were like, okay.
Yeah.
If you say so.
It's such a weird one. Like, first of all, oh my God, thank you.
To everyone who donated.
Thank you so much. And, you know, obviously, you know, the pressing thing is, you know, the people who donated right now, but thank you so much to everyone who just sends us any form of love, whether it's just you watching, whether it's you commenting, liking, subscribing. There doesn't have to be monetary value for us to appreciate you.
Yes.
But thank you so much. And kind of the vibe of the stream kind of turned into like us being like, oh my God, freaking out a little bit, not being able to believe it. And all of you being like, well, you know, you do so much for us. It's the least we could do, which like, it's so hard to quantify that as an individual human being.
Yes.
Right?
It's very hard to like put it in perspective for us. But you're like, obviously because we don't watch our own content.
Yeah.
We just sit here, act like idiots.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a good time, talk about D&D.
Yeah, try to make you feel as welcome as possible.
Yeah, and make sure that you feel, you know, like you can be yourself.
Yeah.
And that whoever you are and whatever life you've lived and whatever path you've walked, that's okay. And that doesn't matter here. You can just be you and no one will judge you for that. And like, I don't know. It's just weird, isn't it? Because it's just like, we just do that because that's what we believe in.
Yeah.
And all of you to be like, oh, here's £200 because we think you're worth it. It's like,
okay. It feels.
I can't like comprehend it.
No, I can't comprehend it.
I can't like put that into like an emotion.
No. Like I think probably the closest thing, even though this isn't necessarily it, is like imposter syndrome, right?
Yeah,
I think that's kind of the most adjacent feeling to what we're feeling because we came off the stream and we stood in the kitchen for an hour and we were just trying to make any reasonable assumption as to why people would do that for us.
We were like, well, I guess we do
I guess we do
12
do
hours
this
of content a week.
I guess.
I guess they enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, we were like, it was feverish pacing in the kitchen, not really being able to justify. In our own minds, even though you've all justified it. And hey, if you want to do something, you're fully justified in that. And God, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
So much.
Thank you. But
like unbelievable. Like we put it up for maybe like this time next month or something.
Yeah, maybe
like that.
we'll have like 40 quid or something to put towards the sign.
10 minutes, the whole 100% of the goal.
I know. So thank you.
Thank you.
And it's wild because I think to people who I admire and people who inspire me and people who, just through their content has changed at the very least the way I perceive the world. And to me, they would all deserve that. But then it's me. And I'm like,
nah, no way.
Oh,
no way I deserve that.
No way. And
I'm just a worm.
Just a worm. And this isn't us downplaying, obviously, what you, what our content has done for you, because I have you've proven it. Like, somehow what we say touches you, which is all we ever wanted, honestly. Yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very, very much appreciated. So, we did actually try to order it the very next day.
But obviously,
the shot on the week.
It's a small business. Yeah. It's just like one guy who does it.
Yeah.
And I tried to ring him the next day to be like, I want to order the sign now. And he hasn't got back to me. And it hasn't been Monday yet. So
yeah, he's
tomorrow,
obviously just having the weekend now.
I'm going to ring him and be like,
please. And also, to him as well, because we'd been going back and forth. He'd sent us designs, etc.
Yeah. We messaged him like, we just so you know, we do want to go ahead.
We really want this,
but we're going to try and crowdfund like a portion of it.
Yeah, we don't have like the funds right now, but we are interested. Please, don't think that this is all for nothing. We will absolutely put the order in, but it might be in a couple months type thing.
It might be in at least a couple of weeks or something like that.
Yeah. So
and then we're going to go to him on Monday and be like, I want to buy now.
Yeah. So thank you. And we made sure to go to like a small independent business as well. Someone who's UK based too. So
yeah, we're gonna have the setup's gonna be just gonna be like two comfy chairs.
Yeah.
And instead of, because we're not gonna have the screen, we're gonna have the logo still.
Yeah.
As a neon sign on the wall. Which is gonna be awesome.
Which I can't wait for. So
very exciting times.
The production does take between 2 to 3 weeks because he hand makes everything. So. Who knows when it's going to be?
We might have a placeholder.
Yeah, you've just discussed a funny placeholder we could do. Yes. So, the set is going to be changing potentially as soon as next episode, but we don't know.
A little bit later.
Potentially a bit later.
Just so you know.
But we'll keep you updated. Because changes happen. Change is scary. So, anything else?
That's about it, really.
Yeah.
It's been 2 days since we recorded the last one.
It is. Yeah.
Cleaned out our offices.
Oh my god.
Not as scary as cleaning out the shed. Not as many spiders.
Oh no, nowhere near as scary as cleaning out the shed. Jesus. But the offices, man, again, I think we said this last time. We've had like multiple, since I've been self-employed, because I've been self-employed for 5 years.
Half a decade, yeah.
Which is wild, by the way. And you've been self-employed for 3?
3 years, yeah.
Like, I had like different businesses before we started, and some of them kind of like overlapped with one another. Man, the amount of old stock from businesses from 5 years ago that we do not even touch now. Like,
we were still just holding on to.
We were just holding on to it because, you don't want to be wasteful and you don't want to get rid of it. But then, like, it gets to a point where it's like...
The house is just full of it.
Which it was.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So we just got rid of some of that
stuff. Yeah. So we got rid of a lot of the stuff, actually. So we're in a position now. Jack's mum is very kindly coming around and helping us do everything.
So my dad's going to help me... like move the TV into bed and stuff like that. So
yeah, Jack's mum is very much she does everything DIY in your parents' house, and she does it very well.
My dad rang me this morning. When my dad rings me, he always
FaceTimes
me for some reason. And he's holding it down and he's like, all right, Jack. Yeah. And it was like, because I went round and I was telling my mum about what we had in our like brain boxes, and she was like, oh, your dad's gonna kill me. I think I'm gonna take down this wall again. And then he rings me this morning, 2 days later.
She's taking on the wall.
And he's just like, look what you've done. And he turns the camera around and my mum's just like taking a hammer to the wall.
She's got a sledgehammer to the wall.
just smashing the wall down.
She's just like taking out all the foam from the wall.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah. They like to do it all themselves.
Yeah, and they're good at it. You know, more importantly, they're very good at it.
So they can help us.
So yeah, everything we've ever done in the house, actually, your parents have helped us do. I would say. Yeah. So very grateful for that.
Yeah.
We should try get some like before pictures, just so we can like show you the extent to what has changed.
Yeah.
But everything is such a mess. And it's going to get messier.
Yeah, well, that's the crack in it. It's just like, because we're in the pre-moving moments.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't want to clean the space.
Yeah.
Because I'm just about to make it really messy.
Really messy.
With stuff.
But we'll see what we can do.
Things.
We'll see if we can cobble together some photos so you can see the change. Because it's going to be quite drastic, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. The house is going to feel completely different.
It is going to feel completely different, which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
And that's
about that.
Yeah, that's it.
I've been looking at some Dagger Heart stuff online.
Yeah.
Looks really cool and really interesting.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure when that system launches, we will do some content about that. Might do some stuff on the live stream about the books.
Yes.
But really cool looking system. Combat looks really cool. Some of the backgrounds of the characters look really cool.
Cool.
It looks really, really fun.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear all about it.
I'll teach you all how to play it.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. And well, I guess we'll just get into it.
Horrible house rules today, baby.
Oh my god, give me your horrible rules.
We got some stinky internet house rules.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even look on the form actually.
Because we found a new thread.
Yeah. I didn't even look on I'm sorry, I didn't even look on the form.
No, we found a thread and there was a lot on there.
There is a lot. Yeah,
So we
all of these are from one thread.
And you know what it's like. When it comes to the Reddit, the homebrew house rules get particularly stinky. So I'm excited to see some of these.
Yeah, so we are doing D&D horrible house rules. If you have any, or they don't even have to be horrible. We say it all the time. The name horrible is just clickbait, innit?
Bait, innit?
Yeah, just bait.
Get baited, and I get somebody every single time on TikTok. This is a really good house rule.
Yeah, well,
and I'm like,
yeah. It worked. So, any house rule that we read here, obviously this is just our opinion. If you use any of these house rules, if you think any of them would work for your table, that is your prerogative.
Yeah, you use them as you want.
Exactly. What works for your table works for you, and that's the most important thing. And you can just ignore us because we're two idiots on the internet. So
I'm an idiot.
And
You're an idiot.
The dog is an idiot.
You're definitely an idiot.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the entity siphons too much from you at this point. Yeah. Oh.
What an
god.
idiot.
Oh goodness gracious.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Idiot sandwich.
Oh.
Idiot sandwich.
So, should we just get into it?
Oh yeah, let's get it.
All right. This is the first. This is one, right? We're far away from the end right now.
This is one.
This is 1 of 15. All right? Yeah, there's 15. Yeah, count along with me. Do you remember when I never used to be able to keep track of the numbers?
You still can't.
I still can't.
We just don't do it now because you can't do it.
Yeah. We say the first and then we do the second.
The last two.
We do the penultimate. All right. So, we've heard this one so many times. This one is nerfing sneak attack into the ground by making it only accessible if the rogue is sneaking and no other way. And there's bonus points if literally none of the battle maps provide any cover to actually stealth or hide.
Like, and if a rogue is like particularly good at like using tricks, because I put in my maps, I build 3D space on Tailspire, and there's always places for Abby to try and hide.
Yeah.
I'll put like little bits in to be like, you can hide behind this like bale of hay, or this statue, or this well, or something like that.
Yeah, and like
she's got to use movement to get there.
Yeah,
she's got to like dash to like be able to like maybe not hide this round, but hide next round.
Yeah.
And it's like that's how you do it. That's how you make it fair. Maybe they don't get it every round.
Yeah, and sometimes she can just try to be creative with it, and you'll just let the dice see if she's able to do it.
But like punishing your rogue by just being like, it's a flat, barren wasteland.
Yeah, I know.
Go on, try and hide.
Intentionally, man. And you know what? There was once again, and I think we talked about this kind of recently, but like there was so many people saying that their DMs hate rogues. Why? Leave them alone. Leave your rogues alone. Give your rogues their sneak attack. Again, granted, sneak attack is a shit name for it, right? It shouldn't be called sneak attack because it makes people think, oh, you have to be hidden to get it. You don't. If you have advantage, you get sneak attack.
And we've said it before a million times. The reason why it's so hated is because usually to get sneak attack, you need advantage or to have an enemy within 5 feet
of an ally.
So if you get that sneak attack by having advantage, when you have advantage, you crit more, which makes it feel for the dungeon master, when the sneak attack crits.
Yeah, especially prior to 5th level. Yeah,
when
definitely.
the sneak attack crits.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
And then the dungeon master's like, I fucking hate sneak attack. Sneak attack's rubbish. I hate it so much. It's so overpowered. It's like, it's not.
Yeah.
It is, in my opinion, a poor design choice.
It is absolutely.
To make it like you need advantage, because then you're just trying to get advantage, and then when you get advantage, you get natural 20s more, and then it just seems fucking broken.
It seems like it can easily snowball as well. But like, again, that is how the rogue does damage. The rogue is what? They can hold simple weapons. They don't even get martial weapons, do they?
No, I think some can. Well, obviously the swashbuckler does.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, the damage values of the weapons that they have isn't massive, because
you're gonna be getting a D8.
The sneak attack is all in the damage is all in the sneak attack.
Yeah, they don't get multi attack.
And this is the thing. This is why they're trying to fix it for DMs by being like sneak attack.
Oh my goodness!
Sneak attack can't crit. Smite can't crit.
Yeah,
because those are the two things that just get wildly out of hand.
Yeah,
if you know how to abuse it. And then everyone's like, but that's part of the fun. And it's like, yeah, but it's not fun for a new dungeon master who doesn't understand how to.
No, it isn't.
So it's like, where do we balance it?
Yeah,
and clearly nobody's found.
Yeah, I know.
The only way that you can balance it is just taking the crits out of the game.
Yeah.
Not being able to crit full stop.
Yeah. Which stinks.
But the thing is, if you never had it, you wouldn't think it stinks.
Well, there has to be something. You have to roll that 20 and there's got to be something,
Yeah,
but
there's
now
got to be something.
It's so ingrained in like, even like pop culture media of like D&D, right? The
Maybe,
nat 20 is the big celebratory thing,
yeah, maybe
right?
you get to roll half of your damage dice in extra time, or maybe you just get an extra damage dice instead of being able to double it all, because again, it's all right for you and it's all right for me because I understand how to fucking handle it. But for a new dungeon master, when the paladin's just like vow of enmity, I'm gonna walk over there and smite it into the ground, or the rogue that can never get pinned down and is just sneak attacking everything into the ground.
But that's the whole point.
Not for the new dungeon
I
master.
know. That's the whole point of the class,
But
if someone's playing those classes, it's because they want to do those things.
I agree, and it is fun, and but it's when the player's like, I'm shitting on your fucking...
oh my god,
and then
it
creates this horrible atmosphere.
I think it all comes down to the actual player and the actual DM. Like, again, just have a conversation about it.
I've just got so much sympathy for new dungeon masters.
Same.
Because I know how hard it is to balance
Same, but
combat
I don't think taking crits out of the game is the way to do it. But that's just my personal opinion. Like, I just think that there's just not enough emphasis on, if this thing isn't working for you, talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't enough emphasis in terms of even like official D&D guides, right? Like, there's a lot of emphasis on, as the DM you can do whatever you want and this is it. But I feel like there's little to no emphasis on, if this isn't working for you, talk to your players and then like have a healthy conversation around how it could be managed, or even just express how this is like what's the word, affecting you.
Yeah, I think the thing is, though, it's like the Dungeon Master's Guide and things like that don't tell you how to deal with asshole players.
Yeah, well, yeah, like
players,
genuinely, there isn't.
And there needs to be something like that.
It's such a social game. Yeah. Like, by nature, it's a group of people getting together. Of course, it's going to be social in a way, and especially in a role-playing game, then there really should be more emphasis on like how to deal with the social aspect of it.
I agree.
There isn't enough awareness about the social aspect.
And that's why channels like ours are born.
Yeah, genuinely. Yeah,
I agree.
There's so much like the technical side of it, but there's not enough of how to, as a human being, deal with other human beings sometimes being shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree. Yeah. And so.
Yeah, all of that to say, give rogues a sneak attack.
Give them the sneak attack, because they deserve it. It may seem crazy at the beginning, because, it's like monks feel crazy at the beginning.
Yeah.
Rogues feel crazy at the beginning.
After level 5,
it just crazy. Feels very normal.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. But, hey, if you play a rogue, you don't have to get sneak attack.
No.
You don't have to be stealthy. You don't have to be hidden.
No.
You just have to have advantage.
I can't believe we get so many of these.
So many.
Like, do you want to know what? I can, because I just explained exactly why.
Yeah. So many.
So annoying.
All right, this next one.
Yeah.
This is, if you have extra attack, you must declare where each attack is going before you execute any of them. Otherwise, the DM forces you to keep attacking the enemy you just killed.
And if they're dead, that's a massive waste.
Because realistically, you wouldn't know that they're dead yet after the first attack. I think the fuck you would.
Yeah, I would, when the light leaves their eyes.
I think you
as
would.
they cough up the blood and fall onto the floor, not breathing.
I guess, if you're going for realism and like you're saying that like a round is 6 seconds, right? And the idea of a multi-attack is like if you have a sword like slashing twice, right? In quick succession. Yeah, all right. But, it's not real and it's a game. And
it's 6 seconds. Let's just say in that first second, I stab you and you die.
Ah.
Or like I can tell it's a fatal blow because I'm a warrior who's had many fights.
Yeah.
And I've cut somebody in that way before with my greatsword and they've never survived. Especially if I chop their head off.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I do that in the first second, I've got 5 more seconds. Do you know how long 5 seconds is? You ready? That was enough time for me to turn around and look at somebody else to hit them.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
I remember in the first game I ever played, my Dungeon Master did this to me because I was a warlock who got to use a few Eldritch Blasts.
Yes.
And I was like, can I just fire my first one off? And he said, no, I have to declare it. I did it. The guy died. I couldn't do anything with my second one. And after, my Dungeon Master was like, yeah, that didn't feel good. And he was like, from now on, I'll let you just do it. And it's just like, see that like open line of communication
Totally,
there?
yeah, totally.
And him realizing that feels dreadful.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fucking stinks.
It doesn't feel good.
Stinks, which is exactly what this is. Like, you have to declare. Man, like, again, to me, this just suggests that it's very DM versus player, or you don't know how to balance your combats appropriately to the point where you have to put in this, like, really unfair rule, right?
It's like, it's just a feels bad rule. Like,
and this is only going to affect marshals.
My brother played with us again the other day, and he walked up to something that was held personed by you.
You know what? I was like, we have a paladin. I'm putting hold person on for the day.
I'm gonna hold this person, and
I'm gonna let him smite.
And he walked up and he was like, I'm gonna take 2 attacks, and he hit his first attack, and he was like, right, it's dead. And I was like, no. I was like, I know you said you were gonna take both of your attacks, but you've still got 10 feet of movement. This guy's 10 feet away. When you walk over and take your second attack, and he was like, oh, sick. And it's just like, that would just feel
horrible. And you could see he was like,
downtrodden about it.
Yeah, which you would be. And the thing is, again, yes, realistically, okay, 6 seconds, whatever. But it's also like, we play the game, and in the game you have the mechanics of you can take your movement whenever you want, you can take your bonus action, and you can take you can take your bonus action at any point before the action as well. Like, there's so much freedom in the order of which you can do things now. Like, I don't know, it stinks having to just declare them first.
Yeah. And I think it almost feels pointless and just to punish.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And again, it's only marshals that are going to suffer from this. Spellcasters,
warlocks.
Yes. Pardon me. Yes, but spellcasters in general, like who just have a spell as one action, they're not going to suffer from this.
Again, and warlocks don't if they cast like a spell. It's like when you cast Scorch and Ray, you don't have to be like, I'm going to do all 3 on this person or something like that. And if you did, that would feel fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're spending at least a 2nd level spell, and if my first ray hits it, you're gonna make me spend my other 2 rays just firing into the distance. I don't think you would do that if it was a 2nd level spell. But just because it's my attack on my turn, you think
I actually can see people wanting to do it more for a 2nd level spell, to be honest.
Stupid.
Yeah, I can see it being even more so. Like, yeah, I know that there will be people who are like, yeah, this makes sense, but
it doesn't. And especially when, like, if my first attack hits, like, you're telling me in the rules of the game that I can take 2 attacks in 6 seconds. So why is it that I can only take 2 attacks on one person in 6 seconds? If I declared this person and this person, you'd let me. But because you're saying that I have to take 2 on one, that's the only way I can get that second attack. But I have the second attack. and I could choose to put it on somebody else. So what's the reasoning I can only do it on one?
Yeah, that's just a really big feels bad.
That just fucking like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
With the rules of the game, it doesn't make sense. So
that stinks.
Hatred.
Yeah, I don't like that one. That stinks. That really stinks. Poor Marshalls.
Poor Marshy.
Actually, these next two are from the same person. Like they were all on like the same post.
Clearly had a really good game.
Yeah. So this one is, if the party meets an NPC related to a PC's backstory, that player must roleplay that NPC. And this generally results in the player just talking to themselves.
Oh, no. That's fucking dreadful.
That would fucking stink.
Imagine. How are you? Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Yeah.
Well,
oh my god, it's hard enough as the DM. By the way,
having
I feel
two NPCs in one conversation that have like say things to each other,
which like
is hard enough.
Which like that's gonna have to happen. There's gonna have to be a point.
Yeah.
NPCs are gonna have to have a conversation, right? Like, and that's horrible enough. I can't imagine as the player having to play that NPC. Like that's also. I feel like that's, in a strange way, also completely taking agency away from the player too, right?
Yeah, because, like, if this is a prominent NPC from your backstory that, I don't know, maybe holds some secrets, some story, something that they maybe know about you, like, do you just go to them before the session and be like, just so you know, this is all the things the NPC knows about you and also all of the secrets, and then you're like,
yeah, that stinks.
Huh. And then you've got to roleplay that out yourself?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, that
imagine.
is so bad.
Imagine if you have a big party of like 6 players anyway, and then the player has to take on the NPC
and they're
too.
asking you the questions and you're like, you as a player, you don't sign up for this.
No,
you sign up to
play
your player, your character,
yeah,
and you know, like your character has like a backstory, and you like explore that as in how it comes to you don't write the NPCs.
Yeah. The thing
I hope you're told before, like, just the session starts.
I would really like to think so.
Imagine.
And that would also take the surprise away from, like, seeing an NPC, like seeing someone who was in your backstory again, right?
You would dread the moment.
Yeah, you're
would. Like, and then there's
would.
this NPC, this prominent NPC that you know, and you're like,
yeah,
fuck.
I would feel so self-conscious, like having to do all of that.
Imagine if you weren't
myself.
even told and it was just dropped on you in the moment.
Yeah, I know. Goodness gracious me. This generally results in the player talking to themselves. It only results in the player talking to themselves.
Oh my god, I would hate that so much.
I would also hate that so much.
Because the thing is, you'd end up probably just playing the NPC, and then the rest of the players at the table would probably just talk to the NPC.
Yeah,
and then your character
doesn't get a chance to interact
wouldn't
with
even
them.
interact with them.
Interact.
I'm interacting with my own NPC.
Yeah, like the thing is, I can see a world in which people, because the thing is, you do hear about players. There was that one we got ages ago where one of the players was like, there was this scary tree and this wizard, and they wanted to play the wizard as well. And like, there is definitely players who would actually like this, because some players don't like the lack of control.
Yeah,
right?
they want
full control.
They want to be like really in control of everything that happens with all of their NPCs.
Yes.
And you know, they don't like change, and if it's written like this way in their head,
they want to control their backstory. Yeah.
And to most of those people, I would say you would probably quite like being a dungeon master.
Indeed, yes,
and not a player.
Yes, indeed.
But 99% of players who choose to be players would despise this. I think.
I would hate this.
Imagine
this.
having no heads up. Just in a moment.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and then Jeffrey comes in, and then you're like, could you play Jeffrey, please?
No. No. And you know what? I think...
Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Blythe.
I know, God. Oh my God. I know. Oh my God. Like, the thing is, I write my backstories, and I understand not everyone does it like this. This is just a personal thing. I write my backstories because I have so much like faith in you as the DM. I go... Here is the general plot hooks. Here's like the 5 bullet points that are the most important to my story. Here's what's happened. Here's my important relationships. You do whatever you want with them. You decide their fate. You decide if we see them. Like that. And I feel like actually a lot of us do that too. Even from what I can tell from our current group composition, Matthew must have been like, you decide.
Mm.
Josh must have been like, oh, well, you decide.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of Abby's a bit different, but you know what I mean? She did the same with her parents in like the first one. She was like, you decide.
Yeah, she's not really different.
Yeah.
I think Abby just has Abby is more like particular about like things to do with her and herself.
Yes.
Well, she really just this time especially was like, yeah, this is the crack. And I was
there
like,
you go.
Is there anything you want me to focus on? She was just like, nah, you go for it. And like, yeah, man, I couldn't imagine putting that pressure on my plate.
Yeah, jeez. And the
like
thing
meeting
is,
an NPC is like a big part of a character's backstory as well.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a prominent NPC there's been like a lot of talk about or something like that. I don't know. Let's just take like the Traveller for Jester in campaign 2.
Yeah.
If then Laura Bailey would probably be able to do it. There's probably not many people who could.
But Laura Bailey is definitely
Laura
one
Bailey
of
is
them.
probably one of them. But you know, if the pressure of her being able to like live up to that for that sort of like Traveller NPC or something like that is wild.
And it's the same with me. Like, you know, with Blythe, I know we haven't given a campaign update in a while, but with Blythe, you know, well, no, they're dead, so it doesn't really matter. But for Marcus, right? Yeah. For Marcus, he doesn't know if his husband and his children are still alive. Yeah. Right? And if they are, and we get that revealed, and then he has to play the husband and the children, as well as Marcus reacting to the fact that they're alive. Terrible.
Imagine.
Horrid.
That all horrible. That time in the campaigns are leading up to this moment, and then it's like, now you got to play both of them, baby. Because enjoy.
Like your character doesn't even get to revel in it.
No.
Like you said,
that moment would be taken from them.
It would be very much taken from them. Yeah.
Wild. Everyone else at the table would be talking to your NPC.
Exactly.
While your character was stood there just like.
Exactly. That would sting. That would feel so really bad. I hope that's not real. I hope that's not real.
I can guarantee that's real.
I hope it isn't. Yeah. Man, please. Well, the last one from this person.
Okay.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
The DM must approve your backstory. If the DM decides for any reason that your backstory isn't a perfect fit for your class, the DM has the right to change your class, your build, or anything they want.
But like, what? Like, you can have any story and fit it with any class.
Yeah, well,
you can have any story and fit it with any subclass. It doesn't matter. They're not related if you don't want them to be.
Take literally Blythe.
Yeah,
she was going to be a vengeance paladin,
and she wrote the story as if she was.
I was a vengeance paladin, but now she's a swords bard because I prefer that more. You know what I mean? Yeah. She looks like a paladin, but she's not. Like, you know what I mean? Imagine if I gave that to you and you were like, well, actually,
you are actually just a vengeance paladin. Yeah. I'm really sorry. I know you want to play swords bard, but the story doesn't fit. Yeah. So you have to play a vengeance paladin.
And you know what? It's wild because I actually feel like players feel this more than a DM would. Because, you know, I felt that. I was like, man, I've written her backstory as a vengeance paladin. Yeah. I have to play her as a vengeance paladin because there's all these themes that I built
vengeance paladin
for a vengeance paladin. Yeah. But then you were like
vengeance.
You were like, yeah, exactly. You were like, well, why does that matter? Yeah. She can still be a sword bard who wants vengeance. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Good fucking point.
That's a good point. I like the sound of this class. I love the sound of this subclass, but I want it to be. It's like playing like I don't know, let's just say something like a trickery domain cleric, but then not being a trickster. It's like, I just want to play the class because it's fun.
Yeah, totally.
But then have a vengeance paladin sort of fucking backstory. Yeah,
totally.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You could be a swashbuckler rogue and never have been at sea. Yeah. Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, literally.
You just like the class.
Yeah, literally.
That's called theming.
Yeah. And the thing is, right, what I don't understand is the DM has the right to change your class, but like,
God-given, by the way.
But like, to what end? To what cause? Yeah. What's the point?
They just make you play the shittest classes in 5e.
Yeah, like, how does that...
You're a 4 elements monk, and...
Like, how does it affect the DM, truly? Yeah. The only thing I can think is if they have a predetermined idea of what they want the party composition to look like. But like, that's not fair.
Because then you would just be like, oh, we don't have a tank.
Yeah.
That sounds sort of like a tank.
Barbarian.
We have a tank now.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But I'm a wizard.
Like, yeah, I don't know, like that.
It's just stupid. It's pointless as well. There's no need to do this.
I just don't understand the why to this one. Like,
there is no why.
Out of all of them, why?
There is no rhyme or reason to this.
Yeah, but There has to be.
No.
There has to be.
No.
There has to be a reason.
You know that there
No, there has to be a reason that the DM's like, no, your backstory has to fit your class. There has to be a reason.
These people don't need a reason.
There has
These
to be one.
people don't care.
There has to.
Nope.
I don't believe it.
Nope.
Wild. Oh my God.
Margaret, because they want to.
Yeah.
And you've just got to fucking deal with it.
Yeah. Man, those were all wild.
They were dreadful.
They were absolutely. I hope it was the same DM and now this person doesn't play with them, as opposed to this being 3 separate incidents of different
They're all
DMs.
bad as well.
Yeah.
None of them are good.
Yeah, they all stink.
I hate all of them.
Yeah, jeez. OP, I'm sorry.
Whew.
Wow.
Smelly.
Yeah. All right. On to the next.
On to the next.
On to the next. So this is simply no multi-classing at all. Doesn't matter if you had a cool concept, it's just not allowed.
Fair.
I
mean, if it's stated from get-go,
exactly.
then fair enough.
Exactly.
Like, multi-classing can get out of hand. It can get pretty out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it can, like, that's how I don't think there is any argument to argue against what I'm about to say. I don't think they are the strongest. That is the way to unlock the strongest characters in the game.
Absolutely, without a doubt. You have 2 classes.
Yeah, if you want to build the strongest character in the game, multi-classing is the best way.
You multi-class, yeah, exactly. Like, there's no way to do it apart from multi-classing to build the strongest build.
Yeah, and
like,
the thing
you have
is,
to multi-class.
Yeah, like, there are, like, lulls in even some of the best subclasses.
Yeah.
Some of their abilities at, like, certain levels are, like, not as good. And if you can just, like, multi-class away from those bits to get, like, oh, well, this class has got an unbelievable... Like, take Tash's. Like, the third level abilities, when your subclass comes online at 3rd level, they're all fucking wild.
Yeah.
They're all crazy because, like, they realized as the game's gone on that nobody gets to 20th level. So fucking capstones don't matter.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
So they put all of the good stuff at the beginning. Whereas in
like prior to 10.
PHB, all the best stuff's
it's like
at
14,
the end,
yeah. 14
as you,
plus.
Would sort of think it would be.
Yeah.
Now it's not,
but
because
it just doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? A lot of people pointed out, they were like, multi-classing is an optional rule as well, by the way.
Yeah.
It isn't something that, like, is rules as written, like, you can multi-class. The thing is, though, I'm also like, why? Is it because, like, the power that can potentially come from a multi-class, right?
Yes.
And probably the DM has probably either heard something online or experienced something directly or seen it, experienced. Oh, did you hear that?
Pardon you.
Oh, thank you.
Little burpy bitch.
Oh, snuck up on me. Oh my God.
But you've also got to think, feats are an optional rule.
Yeah.
They're not tretas.
Yes, indeed.
Because
indeed.
feats should just be in the game.
I
because
agree.
Feats are
I
great.
very much agree.
And I would say less for multi-classing.
I also agree. I would say less for multi-classing.
Like, multi-classing shouldn't absolutely always be in the game.
Yeah.
Because I think feats aren't as wildly overpowered as multi-classing is.
Yeah.
You can just do flavor multi-classes.
Yeah.
And I have friends that have come to me like about the podcast being like, this doesn't seem like a particularly optimized multi-class, but I want to do it. And I'm like,
then do it. Yeah, then
like,
do it. Yeah.
Just do it. Like, you can figure it all out later in terms of, like, power.
Yeah.
But, like, look at Fern. She took fucking 1 level in Rogue at the beginning because she wanted to fucking steal stuff.
Yeah.
And then she didn't take another level because she was like,
nah.
I don't really care for it. But, she did get to 2nd level, so she got cunning action.
Yeah.
And then now she's just left it.
Yeah.
But it fits thematically.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Very much so.
So,
Yeah. Like, yeah. Like, and I would say, like, if you're running a rule like this, like, think about why. Like, what is it about multi-classing that you really don't want? Is it the overpower? Is there a way you could talk to the player and actually come to a decision together where the player's happy, especially if you had a cool concept or you want to do it thematically, like, all in the name of balance, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the main thing.
Yeah, all in the name of balance, all in the name of keeping the game fair for everyone.
Yeah.
And at a place that they all enjoy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, again, fucking multi-classing can just get so out of hand.
Yeah. Like, listen, I did a Moon Druid,
the barbarian,
Berserker barbarian,
and
listen.
and
she was unkillable.
It was tough to, she was unkillable.
I was unkillable
because you just take her out of bear form, and then
I'd go back into bear form.
She'd go back into bear form.
Yeah,
and then I'd take her out of bear form, and then she'd go back into bear form because it was just almost impossible.
To kill her.
She was I found ways around it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I wouldn't focus on you, I'd focus on others. And
Yeah.
then she'd put herself in the way of line of fire.
Yeah.
Or we would, use spells to lock you down and things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You know, there was other ways to make the fight difficult without just killing you.
And, thematically, it was very thematic for Rayla to go into Barbarian as well. But, also, I did that because at that time, it's not that I didn't trust you to not kill her. Like, at that time, you weren't quite sold on the idea of having different rules for death for different players, right? And I was very much in the camp of, I do not want my character to die.
Yes.
So you're saying you won't allow that for me, so I'm going to do everything I can to make sure she doesn't die.
Yes,
and she was unkillable.
Yeah, and
because of that.
And like the thing is as well, the horror stories come from like there are some players who think that if the dungeon master kills their character, they've been beaten by the dungeon master.
Yes.
Like, so they're like, well, I have to power game to dunk on my dungeon master over and over again about how powerful my character is and you can't kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where the multi-classing horror stories probably come from.
I agree. No, I agree. Yeah, very much so. I think it also comes from like, depending on the table you have as well, it could feel bad for the people too.
Yeah.
Like
if they aren't power gamers and they're just not getting any kills, not getting any damage, not getting any hits.
Like if they're if they're like unintentionally not power gamers too, that feels even worse.
And then there's just like somebody who's just like a meat grinder on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Just walk into each enemy and just instantly one-shotting them.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Smelly.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you know what?
No, that was not smelly. That's not smelly.
No, I feel like that. I feel like that's a very.
You don't want multiclassing at your table? Fine.
Yeah, you just have to say that in session
just
0.
Tell because multiclassing is a popular thing.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to make it known.
Yes.
All right. This next one is an example. You are in a level of hell that makes you weak and sluggish. Any class features or abilities that restore from a long or short rest, you now have to roll for, similar to recharging a magic item. Roll a d4 and on a 1 on a 2, you do not regain the ability. So most of the players have ended up being useless. We can't do anything, we feel bored and frustrated, and then the combat is way dumbed down so we aren't immediately killed and it just becomes very simple. Imagine thinking, I want this to feel challenging and high stakes for your level 8 characters, so I'm going to force you to go back to using your level 3 characters for the next 6 months of gameplay.
I was about to say, like, this could be, something cool for maybe like a session or something like that. But 6 months?
Isn't this fun?
No. Like, maybe, there is something.
No, not 6 months. 3 months. Sorry.
Still too long.
Oh, still too long. Sorry.
If you play weekly, that's 12 sessions.
Yeah. Oh my God.
12 weeks. Imagine.
Oh my God.
Like, the thing is, I get it. Like, maybe denying a long rest.
Yes.
So you can't get things back in this dungeon crawl.
In a dungeon crawl.
For this day.
Certainly.
Or this, like, 2 sessions. So you don't just get to the end and destroy the end boss or something like that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But denying, like, proper long rests for
3 months.
3 months.
And then it's the juxtaposition of, I'm going to put in this mechanic so it feels really tough, but then, oh fuck. Oh God, okay, you haven't gotten anything back. I'll just dumb down the combat so it's really boring and really simple now. Like, that's boring. Like, that is the exact example of biting your nose off to spite your face.
And the thing is, right, if you put a rule in like this, as a new dungeon master, you may not understand the implications of why this might suck.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong in the moment with being like, this stinks.
This fucking sucks, by the way.
I'm gonna fucking scrap this.
Yeah.
Like, I've had, like, dungeon masters before where they've ran combats and they've gone, it was like a gimmick combat or something.
Yeah,
and then afterwards they've gone, that didn't go the way I thought.
Yeah,
But it's just like, nobody's gonna punish you for trying something different.
No, of course
but
not.
Like,
and you have to take risks. You have to try things.
Because otherwise you're just fucking smashing goblins or something like that. It gets boring.
To be honest, the actual mechanic, I don't hate the mechanic.
No, for maybe a session.
Or like a couple of sessions
or
in a dungeon crawl.
2 sessions in a dungeon crawl.
Exactly.
I get
it. I actually think that's quite a creative thing. 3 months. 3 months is too long.
3 months?
3 months is categorically way too
3
long.
sessions is too long for this, baby.
Yeah.
3 months?
Yeah. I honestly think 3 sessions would probably be pushing it.
Oh,
but
big time.
months. At level 8.
What's the point?
Yeah.
You're dumbing it down. You're basically taking level 8 characters and making them like level 3.
Yeah.
You're just taking away their abilities, taking away their chance to long rest.
Yeah.
They don't have the HP that they do. You just like in the comment. I can tell you how it'll go.
Yeah.
You've got all the HP of a level 8. You've got the to hit to a level 8, but it is just roll your dice. You do damage.
Yeah. And
you can't add any flair.
Oh my god! Especially for like a spellcaster. Imagine having to go to using a weapon. Man,
because you got no spell slots left.
You know, in classic WoW, where there isn't many abilities and there's like a lot of mana and rage problems and etc.
Especially early game.
A lot of times you just stood auto-attacking. That's what it would feel
like RuneScape.
yeah, literally, yeah. That's what it would feel like.
You click on it and you just
that's exactly what it would feel like.
You kill it before it kills you, and there's nothing else about it.
Yeah, and again, I think if this was just a tiny thing, like a few sessions at the very max, I think that would be a really cool idea.
Agree.
But 3 months, no way.
Yeah,
way too long. Painful. That's
Dreadful.
painful for 3 months.
Not good.
Yeah. If it was contained, great. 3 months? No. Way too long. Way too long. Man, yeah. That feels really bad. God, I would hate that. Man. All right. This next one. This is every spellcaster rolled for wild magic surges on every single spellcast. We weren't allowed to see the custom surge table, nor were we allowed to see the roll that triggered the surge.
I bet you it triggers all the time.
Or what the formula for the roll actually was. The DM made the roll in secret to see if we triggered a surge, and then rolled again in secret on the secret table. It was hell for full casters in the party, because even cantrips or utility or roleplay triggering surges almost every session.
Because there wasn't really a roll to trigger. It just triggered.
Like
that'll be it.
Yeah, like that. What's the thing is, and you know what? Even if that wasn't the case, right?
Yeah.
Even if the DM truly, in all honesty, was rolling the dice, right? That setup leads to those thoughts.
Exactly.
That setup leads to immediate distrust, being like, you just fucking said that, didn't you?
Just let me roll it.
Yeah.
And let me begin to... And the thing is, right, players love figuring out where the number is.
Exactly.
They love it.
We live with small brains.
Oh my god. Like,
we love it.
When they roll and I'm like, oh, a 15 doesn't hit. And then they roll and they're like
15.
An,
right,
an 18 hits. They're like, right, so it's either 18, 17 or 16. Right, keep that in your head. So if you roll this, we know. And it's just like, they love it. They live for it.
We do. Yes.
Players love figuring out DCs or ACs or anything like that. So if they're rolling and they're like, oh, it's a wild magic surge, and it was a 16 on the dice, they're like, right, well, we know 16 and above is like the thing.
Exactly. And then you can, you can never really prepare for like a wild magic thing, but like you would at least have some form of preparation to be like, oh my god, this happened last time. Let's immediately start thinking of ways we can get out of this situation. Or, and
because they all lean over the table and look at the dice and they all get excited about the number that's rolled on the shiny math rock. They enjoy the we roll dice. Yeah. So at least let them fucking do it.
Totally.
And
I understand there is the need for secrecy in some roles. I truly do.
The secrecy is the table that you have. They don't know what's on the table.
Yeah.
The secrecy of seeing if it, like, you're just having all the fun. Behind the table. Like, you're finding out if there's a surge, you roll the dice to see what the surge is.
And everyone's probably sat there silently.
Let them roll those two things. You've got the table. That's your job to tell them what happens.
Yeah.
Like, look, I've said my thoughts on Wild Magic before. In my opinion, it gets out of hand unbelievably quickly.
Yeah, and it's hard to say because we don't know. We don't know the table. OP doesn't know the table. Like, no one knows the table.
Like, and it depends. It's like, does my hair turn blue? That's funny.
Yeah.
Do I have to sing everything?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Can I only whisper?
Yeah.
Am I enamored with another person in the party? Does my hair grow really long? Like, does I don't know, does my fucking water skin and my bag explode and it looks like I pissed myself?
No.
That's fun and funny.
Yeah.
That's wild magic surges that make like it fun.
It is.
If it's just like you cast fireball on a party member, it's like that's annoying.
Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Like if there's like game changing elements to it, like, and it's similar to crit fumbles, isn't it? Right?
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what it is.
There's kind of no really happy balance. I don't feel, and doing it like that secretly leads to the thoughts of you're just saying whatever you want now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And especially, to be honest, we don't know what if there was like predominantly bad ones, etc. But to be fair, OP says it was hell. It was hell for the casters because cantrips, utility, roleplay.
Cantrips, like you can't have it fire off for cantrips.
Imagine doing like a detect thoughts and then having to roll on the wild magic surge table.
I remember at the end of campaign 2, there is like this, like they're in a place where magic's a little bit volatile. So if they cast a spell like above 3rd level, there is a chance.
But they know the implications of it. They know the parameters of it. Like, not knowing is horrible.
Yeah, and the thing is, they don't know at the beginning, but like they very quickly find out. Like, it didn't happen when I did 1st level. Because it did happen with 3rd level.
Because they're given the chance to find out.
Yeah, they're given the chance to find out.
Yeah.
And they roll all the dice.
Yeah.
Like, and it's fun.
Yeah. Because it's like a bit of a puzzle,
it's a little bit it's a little bit it's a little bit like, do I take the risk?
Yeah.
It could just be something silly. It could be something a little bit more serious.
Yes.
But at least I know that when I'm casting a high level spell, like there is this chance. At least I know.
And there's like you kind of said it perfectly. Like, it's taking a risk and going, okay, well, we have to do this for X, Y, and Z reason. Turn to the table. Do I take the risk? And everyone goes, yeah, well, there's a chance you could roll this. And there's a chance that, and do it. In this, you're having to take a risk every single time.
You do anything.
You don't have the fun part of being like deliberating about it. You don't have the fun part of weighing up your odds.
It doesn't matter if you just cast a cantrip or a 9th level spell, it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just shit. It's like, could I cast this spell at a lower level?
Yeah.
And maybe fail the check, but I don't get the wild magic surge, which could be detrimental or could just be funny.
Yeah.
There's like that thought process about it.
There's just the risk every time.
Every time you do anything.
Yeah, and that just feels bad.
Dreadful.
Yeah, that smells a little
dreadful.
Bit. Yeah, that stinks a little bit.
Dreadful.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. All right. Our characters were robbed and dropped down a mine shaft. There were no caster components for the next 4 sessions because those wouldn't be in a mine or even the nearby town.
So I just couldn't cast any spells?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh, man. This isn't the way around it. This isn't the way around it.
Now you know for the next campaign that you have to take a magical focus.
Yeah, man.
It's like, the thing is, I love personally, as a player, when I play, I love the thematics of a component pouch.
Yeah.
The component pouch excites me because I'm a fucking wizard getting out this thing and this bit, and I do this magical throwing the dust in the air and igniting the flame and the flowers pet. It's just like, that's cool. I get it.
I agree.
But then at this point, you're just punishing me for that.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Again, we play without needing components unless they have like a big monetary value. Like Revivify, for example. We always have to source the diamonds, right?
Yes.
But, you're not going to make us, like, if we want to do Fireball, you're not going to make us fucking get some batshit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, having to get the small components for those things anyway sucks, in my opinion.
Yes.
In my opinion, I understand a lot of people like that. In my opinion, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You don't like that. A table doesn't like that.
Yes.
But, man, to play like that.
To rob you of it.
And then to be chucked down a mine shaft.
And then you're like, well, it's a dungeon crawl and all you can do is cast cantrips.
Hey, you're not going to find anything down here. Sorry.
The warlock in this group, Sean. The warlock in this group
had a
became
blast.
the MVP.
Had a literal blast.
But they got bored as fuck because they couldn't do anything but cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, and this is not the way to do it as well. Like, the thing is, I understand the DM was probably like, how is a way that I can do it that kind of makes sense and that's creative? And probably came up with this. I hope not in bad faith,
I think
right?
as well, it's like, at low level, which robber's robbing you and going, oh yes, batshit, can't wait to take that.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, most spells that don't have monetary components are worthless in value.
Yeah.
Like, worthless in value. If fucking, what's it called? Witch's Bolt. It's a fucking twig that's been struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Which robber's going, oh man, love that. Can't wait to steal that. It's like, you're just taking it for no other reason than to punish.
Even Message has the component of like a piece of wire.
Who's taking that?
Me.
Who's robbing you?
You know what? Who's taking that, Marcus?
Who's robbing you and going 10 gold, sick, dagger, sick, piece of copper wire.
Yeah, piece of lint.
That's what I came for.
That's mine. An
That's
eyelash.
why I'm here.
I'm having that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Annoying.
The thing is, I can actually probably see a world in which the DM is like, man, I'm really having issues balancing like these spells. How am I going to do it without like just like outright doing it? But doing it in this way of like beating around the bush almost feels like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like actual shit.
They're a terrible person.
Yes, there's no in between.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Yeah, there's no in between.
They either didn't know.
Which one is it?
Or they're a terrible person.
All right. This next one is: you could only play a caster or use any type of magic if you and the DM go out to the backyard and you show me a magic trick that I can't figure out. Yes, the DM demanded a real-life magic display if you wanted to use in-game magic. Turns out he just didn't understand how magic worked in the game and didn't care to learn. Game fell apart when he got drunk, started giving characters random diseases. You caught XYZ while sleeping, you're half health now, and literally rock from the sky killed the tank. This isn't real.
This isn't real.
This isn't real.
This can't be real.
This can't be real.
There's no way this is real.
This can't be real. There's no way.
You show me how to cast a fireball in the backyard, and then I'll let you cast it.
But it's like not even that. It's just like you just show me any magic trick.
You show me any magic trick.
Yeah, any magic trick.
If you have the sleight of hand to show me a magic trick, I'll let you cast magic. How about
that? This is not real. This is
can't
not
be real.
fucking real.
I hope to God
it can't be.
Real.
It's not. No way.
There is, they've taken diseases out of the game in 1D&D because nobody uses them.
Yep.
But like, when I'm in game, like there is, there are some games that, gritty realism, you could use like some diseases or something like that. Or like you did drink like dirty water and you feel ill or something like that. As like a way to make it a bit tougher on a dungeon crawl or something like that. I get that.
Yeah.
But most games aren't gonna want to be getting tuberculosis and stuff like that when they're dungeon crawling. They don't want that baggage along with having to fight like the young red dragon. Oh man, why did it have to be today? I got tuberculosis last night. I just don't get it, me. And like, I bet you there is like an actual disease table where it's like, it makes sense and stuff like that. I get it. I remember when Bo got a disease in campaign 2.
Yeah.
When they were on the island.
Was it tuberculosis?
I don't know if it was tuberculosis, but like, and it affected it for like that 1 day of travel, and
man.
like it, I don't know, reduced the con or something like that by 1, so maximum hit points were reduced, or something. Like, you know what I mean? And it was cool, and it showed like that this island is dangerous. Even the bugs are dangerous, and like people don't live here for like that reason and things like that. I get it, but it's quite encompassing.
You caught XYZ while sleeping and now you're half health.
Half health?
That's
too much.
This can't be. I hope. Oh my God.
Rock fell on tank. Tank dead.
Rock falls from sky, you die.
That's the meme, innit?
Yeah. Rock falls on sky.
Like if your players are being difficult or they're asking fucking stupid questions or they're just being annoying, you just go, rocks fall and everyone dies.
Yeah.
Like it's the funny thing that you say.
Yeah,
it's the funny DM thing that you say.
There's no way.
There's no way that you actually dropped a boulder on the tank.
There's no way. No way. I hope not. Fuck me. I really hope not. I just imagine people trying to like before the D&D session, like watching YouTube videos about how to do magic tricks. Worm on a string.
Man, I've got to get this magic trick down because I really want to cast a spell.
I really want to be a wizard.
I picked a wizard and now I can't do anything because I can't do this fucking. I've got fucking sausage fingers, man.
There's no way.
I can't do these magic tricks.
There's no way. Tuberculosis. Oh, all right. The next one is, I remember one of the very first few campaigns I played in, the DM had a realism rule. Basically, injuries to your character were
I'm joking.
were as real as possible. So if you got hit with a sword and whether it only did 1 damage or 8 damage, sucks to suck, you still got a cut that's now bleeding out and you're losing HP till you waste 2 actions to heal or bind it.
2 actions? Nah.
He also had exorbitant costs for everything. Even buying a linen shirt, which we planned to buy to tear up and turn it into bandages, was 40
because of his terrible rule of bleeding.
Was 40 gold. I know the game crashed. ABBA burned horribly. ABBA. Why are we talking about?
Hey, look, they're still going. Don't.
ABBA burned horribly, but I don't know if that DM is still DMing. ABBA, ABBA. What could that mean? What could ABBA stand for? Come on.
The Swedish pop band.
Yeah, they're talking about ABBA.
Anyway.
ABBA. Maybe they just meant to say crashed and burned, but their phone auto-corrected and to ABBA.
Yeah, probably. Is that what it says? Crashed, ABBA burned?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crashed, ABBA burned.
Who says ABBA so much?
I mean,
your phone
B is next to N.
Yeah, but your phone auto-corrects.
They're just an ABBA. They're just a huge ABBA fan.
No,
They've been talking about it. ABBA were playing in their local town.
Say no more.
They were going to see them. They were getting all their friends to go.
No, that's so fair. That's so fair.
Right.
ABBA.
ABBA. Dancing Queen. Right.
I remember in lockdown.
I thought you were just going to go ABBA again.
I remember in lockdown, I got addicted to listen to KK Slider versions of songs, and Dancing Queen came on.
Yeah.
Don't know why I cried.
Yeah.
I cried to KK Slider's version of Dancing Queen.
If you ain't crying to KK Slider's version of Dancing Queen.
Do you have a heart?
Do you have a soul?
Do you?
Do you have emotional intelligence?
Go put that song on right now and tell me you're not crying. Because it's...
We'll wait.
Go ahead.
I'll wait 5 seconds like I did earlier. Ready?
Yeah. There you go.
What do you think?
Yeah. There you are. ABBA.
Look. Having wounds like that can be cool. If you want to play a more realistic games where, like, you do get your arm chopped off. You do have a persistent wound.
Yes.
Like, I get it. Mm-hmm. People like to play like that. People like combat to be punishing.
I agree.
And,
I agree.
Like risks to be risky and things like that.
Yes,
I get it.
I agree.
But most people don't want to play that game. And you need to make sure.
You need to make that really clear.
You need to make sure that you've got a bunch of people who will
really
enjoy
want
that.
to.
Because most won't.
Yeah, I agree. You have to be so open about this.
Yes.
In session 0, before you start, there's going to be lingering wounds. Because lingering wounds is a thing. Yeah,
it's a big thing. And a lot of people use it.
Yeah.
I don't think that many people are that keen on it because it does bog down like combat and resting and like HP and like having to rest more.
I wouldn't be.
I would hate it.
For a short thing, sure, but not for a long-term campaign. I personally wouldn't.
But what I cannot excuse is a linen shirt costing 40 gold.
And again, that is literally, it's like the world we live in now. Fucking companies create problems and then they create solutions to the problems. Yeah. So you have to pay for the problem that they created. And you have to buy it from them.
Here's this horrendous wound table that you've got to deal with.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, let's go and buy a linen shirt. Okay. Well, it's far more money than you've got.
Yeah.
Like,
and to be resourceful, to be like, let's not get bandages because I don't want to think about how expensive bandages would be.
Bandages? Actual medical bandages.
I don't even want to know. To be resourceful, to be like, right, let's buy a linen shirt.
Get some antiseptic and some linen shirts.
Man, like, and the DM's going.
if that's how much a linen shirt is, how much is a healing potion?
Yeah. Oh my god, how much is a healing potion?
How much is a linen shirt in D&D?
You tell me. How about you? ABBA, I'm sure ABBA would know.
Yeah.
ABBA would be...
ABBA knows all.
Yeah, ABBA akin to linen shirt in D&D. But even just like a, well,
let's just say like cloth shirt.
Yeah, like just a shirt. Like, surely a shirt would be no more. I mean, and we're talking about like a high-end shirt, more than a couple gold, right?
Well, I can't find it, but let me put it this way. A chain shirt made by a blacksmith is 50 gold.
Yeah.
I can't see a linen shirt being more than like a gold.
No, agreed.
Like,
no,
nowhere.
agreed. Maybe like...
So if that's the case, you're talking like a healing potion's like 500 gold.
How fucking much would a healing potion be?
You better be giving them a lot of gold.
I know. Like, man, that feels bad, especially if you go into it not knowing. We don't know if OP went into it not knowing, but still, like, that still feels bad.
Dreadful.
That still feels bad regardless. And then the
40 gold for a linen shirt.
Creating a problem and then
making the solution unmanageable to get.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's
smelly.
That smells. But if you use lingering wounds, like that's completely your prerogative. But
I can see a lot of people having fun with lingering wounds.
Me too. Yeah, me
and
too.
Like managing that and like having their character like have scars and stuff.
You have to waste 2 actions, by the way. 2 actions.
Why is it 2?
That's a lot.
Why is it not 1?
I know. Why is it not 1?
What's the point in it being 2?
I know. Imagine, the thing is,
I could see like a medical check being an action to like stem the bleeding or something.
Yes.
Very thematic.
Yes.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Like, cool. Love it. 2? What's the point?
And then it's also like, a lot of combats, at least I can only speak for ourselves. A lot of combats aren't going to go past like 5-6 rounds.
Not just like a normal standard everyday combat.
Yeah.
Not just like I see the monster on the street and I begin to fight it.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna go like maybe an hour and we could go like 3, 4, 5 rounds.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But then
and
imagine
2 of them.
2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Imagine if we went 3 rounds. You guys did loads of damage.
Yeah.
And you did one thing.
Yeah. And you'd get hit. You know, you'd be getting hit every time too. Yeah. Oh. And then does it happen every time?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't care to know.
Once per combat, or is it every single time you get hit? Don't know.
Imagine it was every time you got hit.
Well, the thing
every
is,
time you got hit, you got to waste 2 actions to stem the bleeding.
Well, the thing is, it kind of OP kind of insinuates that it is. If you got hit with a sword, and whether it only did 1 damage or 8 damage, you have a cut that's bleeding.
Yeah. Danger.
Jeez.
Danger.
Big danger. Big scary danger. My goodness.
Not a big fan.
Aber.
We salute you. You're our dancing queen.
Yeah. And hey, you. Please listen to the Cake and Slider.
Listen to Cake and Slider, please.
Oh, all right. Okay, this next one. This is magic doesn't exist in this world. I fucking hate this rule / concept.
Magic doesn't exist in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's just piss off.
Yeah, I know. That's
just piss off. Like there's a lot of people who love making their D&D campaign concept something about low magic. Something about high magic.
Yes.
Magic's interesting.
Yeah.
We are humanoid beings in this real fleshy world that don't have magic.
Yeah. And I think not a lot. I think some of the reasons why people have low magic is because people get told online, people get told by people that, you know, oh, well, it has to make sense. Oh, the magic has to have this huge, rich lore, and there has to be systems to magic.
A magic system.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Like, I understand that, like, fucking, I don't know, Brandon Sanderson or whatever.
Has
his, like laws for magic in each of his books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like explained well, and it's interesting.
That, yeah.
But I'm not that person.
Yeah, you don't have to in a D&D
and
game.
The game already has all of its rules for magic.
Exactly.
And I don't need to
fuck already with that. There.
But, you know, like, some people just don't like the idea of magic. They just, like, you know, like, take Lord of the Rings. That's low magic.
Yeah, it is.
Like, really, there's only a handful of people who can do magic.
You have the wizards.
You have, you know, Gandalf.
Yeah.
You have Saruman.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, bits of magic. The elves are, like, seem magically inclined. That's low magic.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of, like, you know, just fucking orcs and shit.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
And, you know, people love that.
Yeah,
like, only, like, the true, like, greats of our time can use and harness magic to a great degree.
Yes, yeah. So the thing is, right, I can understand where OP's coming from, right? I can understand, because you do hear a lot of the time, low magic campaign.
Magic campaign.
It's actually more common nowadays, I think, than actually just full on, like, you can do whatever the fuck you want with magic, right? Like, I can understand from a perspective of someone who is looking at the game at face value and being like, well, magic is it, which is a huge part of the system. It is. Like, there's so many classes that have magic. So I understand the frustration of someone seeing this and being like, well, why? It can't be D&D without magic, to which it very much can, by the way.
It very much can.
Very much can, but
it doesn't say Magic and Dragons, it says Dungeons.
And just, like, I think fantasy doesn't equate magic.
No.
Like you said with Lord of the Rings, right?
It's low magic.
That's high fantasy, but it's low magic.
Low magic.
But, like, I understand if this person has had experiences where you're not allowed to use magic full stop.
Yeah.
I think have a low magic campaign, but be able to theme magic as non-magical.
Yeah, like, have all of the classes open, but theme it differently.
Yeah. If you're banning...
Fine.
I think if you're banning magic classes entirely, I think that's getting into a realm of... I mean, I wouldn't like to play in that.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it. It's like, at the same time, it's like, if the Dungeon Master wants to run that, just don't play.
Yeah,
like,
it's also... Yeah.
That's always the option for you as a player.
Exactly.
But as a Dungeon Master who, you know, is running the campaign, there might be a reason.
Yeah.
Magic might come online later. There might be something that's suppressing magic.
Yeah.
That might... My campaign was low magic for half of the campaign.
Yeah.
Because of a reason.
Yeah.
And then that reason got lifted, and then magic was, like, readily available to everyone and anyone.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Like, there might be a reason, but, you know, like, if you don't want to play in that campaign, you've got the option. But the Dungeon Master wants to run that campaign, and you've got to want to run the campaign that you're going to do.
Yeah.
To even like probably see it through.
Yeah,
because it's a big taking on for a Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
So you got to want to do it. So just don't play.
Yeah. I do think there is a difference though between no magic and just retheming magic.
Yes.
And no magic.
I
Full
agree.
stop.
I
I think
agree.
there is a big distinction there.
I agree.
And without the context, I don't know which one OP is referring to.
Yes.
But honestly, OP is well within their right to hate that trope.
Yeah.
But like, I would just hope that they didn't play in games.
Just don't play.
Yeah, I would like to hope that, right?
And the Dungeon Master probably should tell you very, very early on.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed. All right, okay. Oh no, we're not. This is the fourth to last.
Fourth to last.
This is the fourth to last.
You've been warned.
You've got an early warning
You've been
today.
warned.
It's early. All right, okay. So, I played Divinity: Original Sin before playing D&D, and I thought that opportunity attack was a feat for months.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it
That's
happens.
okay.
It happens.
That's okay, because it is a feat in Divinity Original
Yeah,
Sin.
it happens.
It is a feat, because people can just leave your attack of opportunity range willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And unless you have that feat, like the option to pick, you don't get to attack them. So, you want to know what? I don't dislike not having opportunity attacks. Sometimes, because I don't know. Sometimes I feel sometimes I love it. There's sometimes I hate it. There's sometimes, like in some combats, like if you run big enemies, opportunity attacks are just so fucking hard to deal with.
Yeah, but then it takes away things like Sentinel as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And I'm not saying that I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah, as a Sentinel lover.
Sentinel
enjoyer.
Any Sentinel enjoyers?
Any Sentinel enjoyers in the room?
Sentinel enjoyers?
Yeah.
But I think something like that could work, like taking a feat to get.
Yeah, I agree.
As maybe you bake it in with Sentinel.
Yeah.
Fucking making Sentinel even stronger isn't a good thing to do.
Only being the only one who can make his opportunity attacks.
Maybe like opportunity attacks are only available to marshals, because most of the times spellcasters don't want to use them anyway. But then that would devalue
but then
Warcaster.
Yeah.
But then I guess then you can take Warcaster, and then you can be a
then like you can take opportunity attacks. Yeah, true.
Like maybe only if you have like martial proficiency weapons, you can take opportunity attacks or something like that.
Yeah.
So like maybe like specific rogues don't get it. I don't know. But yeah,
I like opportunity.
Yeah. I get it.
Big Sentinel enjoyer.
Big Sentinel enjoyer.
I also like the risk of, that it works both ways, right? I also like the risk of if you have to move away from an enemy because you have to either get away, you're leaving, someone's gone down, you have to get to someone, you have to get to something else. Like, I like having to weigh up the risk of being like, especially when you're low, man, having to be like, do I risk this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like that feeling too. It goes both ways. Yeah, it goes both ways.
You
But
can
yeah,
enjoy it.
I like the idea of OP sat at the table and people being like, I take an opportunity attack. And then being like, man,
everyone's taking this feat.
Everyone took this feat.
I can't believe so many people took this feat.
Man, I'm going to have to take this feat.
Am I an idiot?
Oh.
And you get to 4th level or something like that, or 8th level, and then you're like, right, I'm going to take opportunity attacks. And everyone's like,
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
But yeah, this is the thing, like, and there's some things in Baldur's Gate that are just slightly different rulings to D&D. And, it just shows, like, there are some changes that you could make to the game that might make your game better.
Absolutely.
Or worse.
Absolutely.
Or worse,
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. Like, being able to throw a health potion, good shit. There's some good shit.
Don't truly understand how that would work.
That's some good fucking shit right there.
Yeah, I bet you think it is.
All right, this is the third to last.
To smash a health potion on your friend. To bottle your friend.
Yeah.
And get the heal from it.
Yeah. All right, this next one is worst one recently was a newish DM suggesting characters could only hit on an even roll on a d20 to see if the players could figure it out. I and others pointed out the silliness of the gimmick. A barbarian with +5 to hit, hitting something with AC 10 goes from 80% chance of hitting to a 50% chance of hitting. Imagine a player building that barbarian for combat only to be nerfed so badly. They would quite rightly be pissed off.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the DM held their hands up and realized it wasn't a great idea.
Yeah, you're literally taking the chance to hit and just constantly making it 50-50.
Yeah, man, you don't, like, you know what? I didn't even consider the whole, like, well, if they have a +5 to hit and then the AC is 10, like, I didn't even take that into account. The numbers side of it.
That, they've held their hands up, that's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Terrible rule.
Yeah. And like the thing is, like, to see if players could figure it out. But like, once again, I feel like I ask this in all of them. To what end?
Why? Like, if we've got homebrew rules, they never get figured out at the table. They get explained thoroughly to the point that everyone is on the same page and understands
before we start the game.
Before we even start the game.
Yeah.
Not, I'm going to do this and they're going to figure it out.
Yeah. Or if you're introducing a homebrew rule, which you have done, like you say at the beginning of the session, we all talk through it and we all agree if we want to do it or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's never like figuring it out, especially if it's something as important as like to hit. Imagine
rolling a natural 20, having a +4 to hit. And then you get 24 in the first session against Boblin the Goblin. And then the Dungeon Master's like, doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
oh, 24. You have a +5 to hit because it's evens. But yeah. 25 to hit. Yeah, sorry.
It lands on a fucking odd number and everyone's like, 25
I know.
Against Boblin the Goblin.
I know.
Everyone's like losing their minds like, it's a TPK. Oh my God, let's just go home.
I know, man.
And then the Dungeon Master's like,
yeah, that wouldn't, yeah. I just don't understand the why.
It's just not good.
Yeah, I just don't understand the why. And the thing is, it's probably in the fashion of just trying to add a new mechanic, a new fun mechanic, right? That's probably all it is. But yeah, that smells. That stinks.
I was watching the Dagger Hat, the 2d12 rolling to hit is a great mechanic.
Yeah,
I think it's really cool.
Man.
2d12s.
Give them D12s a reason to exist, you know?
It's a fear and hope dice.
Nice. Oh, cool. Oh,
very cool.
Don't know what that means, but that's cool. Yeah. All right. Hey, it's the penultimate. It's the penultimate.
I'm
going to say it. Oh my God, it's the penultimate. Oh my God.
My dog is losing his mind.
God, the dog is losing his mind. What for?
We're going to wrap this baby up.
What is he losing his mind for?
Because he's a demon.
Yeah, he's a demon.
He's a very whingy boy.
Oh, yes.
He's the whingy boy.
Yes.
He's the little whinger.
Yes. He
whinges.
He's taken to jumping up a lot recently. Man. Like, especially when we're like at our desks.
And he's got big feet.
Oh, big old
big feet.
He's heavy.
Big claws.
He's a big, heavy man.
Like, if you know what... oh, my God. Screaming. Bully.
Oh, dear me.
If you've seen a bull terrier's claws, they are, like, thick.
Gnarled, horrible little things.
And, like, cutting them.
Oh.
My God. I could use my dogs. And he's a baby about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is a baby.
Goodness gracious me. Yeah, he's taken to jumping up a lot recently. He never used to be a jumpy dog either.
Anyway, this isn't helping my dog.
This is prolonging the dog. I don't know what he's doing. He's like right behind
you. He looks, there he goes.
I don't know what he's doing. All right. Okay. This is the penultimate.
Penulti.
So get ready.
I
had a DM decide that downtime cost of living was going to be applied all the time. He also never awarded any money, ever.
Interesting. It's like real life.
it's creating a problem.
Like capitalism.
I made an outlander lizard folk who hunted his own food and slept in an alley instead of the inn. He didn't like that.
Oh, no.
He also spent the first 45 to 60 minutes of every 2-hour session going over everyone's inventory for encumbrance to ensure we had the correct debuffs to our characters. Like fancy spreadsheets we had to fill out with him in session every session.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun, does it?
No. To take basically half of the whole session to be like, right, everyone, come on.
2-hour session, right? I play a 5-hour session, and like last time my brother came, and you know, like I want to get everything wrapped up with him in one session.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm like, come on, everyone, get sat down at the table, like get your drinks and stuff like that. We can like
the one time we actually were already sat down.
Yeah. We can start the session. You can finish your pot noodle and stuff like that while I do the recap. So we've got like as much. We're time maxing. We're time maxing as much as possible.
Nice.
And then to have a 2-hour session and you spend 45 minutes to an hour of that regulating people's debuffs because of encumbrance.
I know.
Let's respect each other's time a little more than that, please.
The thing is, right, again, if everyone is down for this, everyone agrees this is how they like to play, because, hey, I know a lot of people who would enjoy resource management to this level. I really do. Like, that's fine. But to force everyone, like, I can imagine, you know, like at school when the teacher sits at the desk and they're like, right, you come up, we'll check your homework together, and it's like one of those things. Everyone has to come up and like log what they have.
Get your character sheet out, put it down, tell me what you've got.
Yeah.
And I can see that you've rubbed that out, and I know that you've still got that. that means you're over encumbered.
Yeah.
So you have -5 to you, and then you write it on your sheet, and everyone's just like,
yeah.
Man, I would really like to kill some goblins right now.
Yeah. Like that.
But the cost of living every day.
Man, I know. And again, I know
even when we weren't in
like,
in a town or something.
I know. Like people do this. I know. This is absolutely what people do. I would fucking hate this.
Hatred.
I would hate
this.
I don't even like having to do like, oh, you eat every day. I don't even like having to do rations.
Man, we tried to take rations once. Margaret hated it.
I hate it. You know what? To me, if you either go all the way in and you make it
like
a whole system. Well, you make it a whole system, right? Or then you just don't do it at all.
Yeah.
You know, because it just became like, oh, I eat my ration. Yeah. And you're like, okay,
mark it off.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. To me, that's not immersive enough for me to want to do it.
Yeah,
like,
it's just sort of there, and it's not a full robust system where I can invest in it and be interested.
You know,
in
if it was a robust system where like you would get buffs for doing things or debuffs if you didn't do things, then yeah, I could buy into that a little bit more. But just going, I eat my ration.
Yeah, and then but then they do it. But then it takes so much time.
I know, and then it becomes a pain.
Yeah, but like making a cost of living like every single day, even maybe if you weren't somewhere like, oh well, you stabled your horse, so we've got to take that into account. You ate a bean stew, so we take that into account. You upgraded from like beer to wine, so we're gonna take that. It's just like, I get it, but you only have 2 hours as well, and you're wasting an hour of
so
time.
much of it to do that. And the thing is, right, the fact that the DM did this, then never awarded money.
No.
Once again, this is creating a problem,
but no solution.
Creating no solution. Actually no solution.
Like,
just
it costs this much to live every day in this world, but I give you
so
no
then
money.
it's not something to overcome, is it? It's
No,
just something that
it's
you
just
have
a
to just
problem.
fucking grit your teeth and bear. And then
it's just an affix.
OP makes a
Poor
character
affix.
that poor affix. Makes a character that doesn't adhere to that, and then the DM doesn't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's like, that's clever.
Yeah.
Like, being an outlander who lives on the street, who's
hunts your own food,
or something like that, who could like just eat sort of anything and have like a, like, you know, like iron stomach about it and not need to worry. And then the dungeon master being like, like the session starts and the dungeon master's looking at the lizard folk like, and everyone's like, should we start the session now? And they're like,
Yeah. If this is the type of thing you're gonna do, everyone has to be in. Everyone has to be in 100%.
It needs to be fair.
But I can't imagine a world in which 2 hour sessions you spend 60 minutes going through a spreadsheet together. But again, the thing is, if that is people's version of fun, which obviously it is for the DM, then that's
not
so
the
fair.
Player.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we're sitting at the wrong table, I think.
Totally, man. Yep, smells. All right. You know what? I don't know what's going on. I have one tiny piece of hair that I don't know what is moving it.
How was that?
That moved it.
Did it move it?
It moved it.
There you go. Jed.
I was going to say it keeps
moving. Gamers in the chat.
I was going to say it keeps moving, and that's the problem. So.
Do you want me to again? Do you want another one?
Go on. Wow.
What do you think?
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. I don't know what it is. It's pissing me
right
off. It's pissing me right off.
Well, it's alright because you can sort your hair out.
Yeah, well, this is the last one.
Last one.
Huh? Can you see the hair? I can see it. Oh man, it's really annoying me. Can you see it?
I have it all the time.
Yeah, you do actually, and I don't know how you handle it because it's
more resilient than you.
You are. Oh god. Oh, I am the least resilient.
I took
person
the resilience
I know.
feat.
Yeah, no,
basically.
I have negative constitution for sure.
I mean, resilience doesn't mean constitution.
True.
I
dive either.
You got the negative resilience.
Yeah, I dive either. I've actually.
You got other things for it.
Yeah. Like what?
Beauty. Grace.
Oh my god.
But no
resilience.
No resilience
Yeah,
at all.
No resilience. All right, this is the last one. All right. Get ready. Get your shoes on.
Go.
You know what? Oh my god, I didn't give you your shoes warning. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You already got them on, right? Because we've warned you so many times in a row.
You're gonna have to stay here forever, aren't you? Yeah.
Well, that's not the worst thing.
No, it's not. No.
We won't be here though.
Entity make them stay forever.
When the lights go off, it is just a black space.
It's just you, baby. All right. So this last one is my hand crossbow rogue completely destroyed his hand crossbow on every natural one attack. I then had to buy a new one, and there were not even parts left to salvage and reuse. The cost to constantly rebuy hand bows in a backwater area, often costing 150 to 200 gold.
That's not right.
Was so high that I had less total wealth on my person at level 5 than I had at level 1 during character creation. And of course, no other class had their weapon breakdown like this.
It's always the rogue.
This was only punishment for playing a rogue. Not even the warlock, who used a light crossbow without training or proficiency, had any issues.
Who would definitely break it more often than you would, by the way.
And I even had the crossbow expert feat. That's why they did this to you, because you had the crossbow expert
Because
feat.
you were gunning people down.
That's why.
Because you did too much damage.
There's nothing more fucking annoying than speccing into something like this person obviously has, and the DM, for whatever reason, not being able to bring themselves to talk to this human being, and then they just nerf it quietly without telling you. Oh, that fucking smells
How much
like
was the
shit.
crossbow?
100 to 200 gold. 150 to 200
To be fair,
gold.
there are supposed to be 100 to 250.
Yeah.
75 gold is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So even the base price is inflated.
Yeah.
And then it could go up to over fucking 2 times the amount. That's over 3 times
For
the
a
amount.
hand crossbow.
For a hand crossbow.
Man. And again, imagine, the thing is, hey, we've had games where we roll multiple natural ones. Multiple. Like, imagine, like, having a backup and then destroying the backup.
And
man.
This is the thing. It's like, I like the gunslinger. I know it's a homebrew class and it's not an actual official published thing. But, you know, like, it has a misfire on it.
Yeah.
And, you know, the more grit that you use, you can, like, put the misfire up because, like, the thing that you're doing is more risky. But the thing is, like, they gain the ability, they have the ability to fix it themselves.
Yeah.
Like, tinkerer's tools to fix it themselves.
Yeah.
Then you have, like, rapid, like, recovery or something like that, where it only takes a bonus action to fix it if you misfire it. It's like, if you're going to have something break, give them the tools to be able to fix it themselves.
Totally.
Or, like, buy the parts to fix it themselves.
Like, you know, here, like, there wasn't even parts left to salvage and reuse.
How?
Like, just,
did it just
it's just
fucking,
insta-broken.
when I rolled a natural one, did it just combust in my hand?
And-
did it just catch fire and set ablaze?
And, like, we're not talking about the worst part. The fact that this only happened to the rogue.
And not the
only
warlock
the rogue.
that
Who didn't have
proficiency.
Didn't know, had no training in the crossbow.
I wonder why it happened to the rogue.
Yeah, God. Oh, I wonder.
why.
Oh, goodness me. Do you like how we started with the rogue one and ended with the rogue one? I wonder.
The synergy.
I
That's what you
wonder
get here.
why.
You get synergy.
Man, that's so unfair. And again, it's like the OP's like, I even had it, and it's like, yeah, that's why they've done it, because
100%.
you had it.
Because
like,
you felt too strong. And there you go. It's just like we compared first level to 5th level because that's probably all that happened. It's like, yes, the rogue does feel strong in those levels, but let's not punish him like this.
Yeah, man, and like again, imagine, right? Not for whatever reason, you know, I don't know what the reason is, but like not talking to your player privately, and then it becoming so bad and so toxic that your player has to then go online to vent about it
and whinge about it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, again, you know, I understand there's so many reasons people don't talk, but just if a player is giving you too much hassle, in your opinion, if you're struggling to balance a player, if a player feels too strong, talk to them.
Just talk to them.
Don't fucking nerf it in horrible ways like this. Because, again, it's like, there was another one where the DM was probably trying to do it in like in a covert way, right? But this isn't covert. This is so obvious.
This is so obvious.
And it feels even worse because you're obviously just making shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stinks.
On the fly.
Yeah.
With no rhyme or reason.
Yeah. And only to the rogue.
Let's use our words, not our terrible house rules.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's...
to communicate that we don't like something.
That
If you've got a problem, just talk to somebody. They might even be like, yeah, do you want to know what? I felt that too. I do feel a little bit strong. Let's try and do something about it together.
Yeah, totally.
Or let's just like figure it out together. No, let's just make your life a misery.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, you know, sometimes there isn't something to figure out. Sometimes you can't figure it out. Sometimes it just
it's
has
bad game
to be.
design, maybe.
Sometimes it just has to be, right? But if you just tell someone you're struggling, at the very least they know, and there's a chance they might try to even just subconsciously do something about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man, that smells.
Smells.
I feel like a lot of these all smell. You know what? I should have gone through the form.
Yeah, but that's why it's good.
I know. I should have gone through the form.
And do you know what? A lot of them were entertaining.
You know what? A lot of them were entertaining. I will say.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
yourselves?
I will definitely put some submissions in next time because, you know, we need the good to combat the bad. Oh my goodness, we need the good to combat the bad.
Sometimes just having the bad's kind
yeah,
of
sometimes it's just a bit fun.
Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
Go and pick up some merch at
Oh my goodness.
www.eldritchpodblast.co.uk. This was the first launch. We've had a launch since then.
Yeah.
Entity t-shirt and logo hoodie. Our Hellbound store is linked down below. Code Podblast will get you 10% off at the checkout. There are notebooks and spell cards and t-shirts and stuff there, so go and check that out if you would like to. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell to be notified, comment down below. It all goes a million miles away to help the channel.
You have no idea.
We love you so much because you've been showing us so much love with those
Truly,
things.
thank
so keep
you.
it up. We love you. I love you.
I love you.
Bully loves you.
Debatable.
Very debatable.
Very
today.
debatable right now.
We've been the Eldritch Podblast, and we're going to see you on Monday. Bye.